Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen, pop my money guns. Today I'm going to be a little bit more lax. I'm going to share my opinion on a very trending matter. Okay, I think that's them calling me. Hang on. Yeah, hello? Yes, we just sent from another number. I just sent you the bill, the receipt. They are chatting with you on WhatsApp now. Are they responding? My daughter is talking to you now. Say hello from my dad. Okay, can you help? I want only Tozo. That's the only quarrel that I will have with you people. All right. Tell them the best of the Tozo. I've paid everything. It's there. She will sort it out. Payment has been confirmed. Okay. Let my Tozo be confirmed though. All right. God bless you, my sister. What's your name? Esther. All right then, Esther. We're waiting to hear from you. Yeah, I will not say you are welcome until I see my Tozo and it is Tozo. All right. Then I will say thank you. Sorry? Please call me so I can give you my. All right. God bless. You see, I want us to. I want us to be open-minded. Forgive me, guys. It's my dinner, and you people are not going to buy dinner for me, so make gonna just allow me. So let us first of all start with the fact that I'm neither on David's side nor am I on Sophia's side. I know David very well, but this is about Imade, not about David or about Sophia. Sophia raised some concerns, or Sophie. Sorry, I'm not close to her. I've met her once at what's this guy's name? Sari Signature. Sari, the Lebanese guy that does hair. Fantastic guy. His shop is, if you're coming from Murio Kuala into Ajose Adeogun, right at the corner, opposite. There's one eatery opposite his shop. So I met her there. Lovely lady. I have nothing against her. Now let's talk about the concern she raised about her daughter's security. I have a daughter who started getting curvy from when she was like 9. Abby, 9. We never used to allow her to go to the park alone. Now she's older, she's in uni, we allow her to do whatever she wants to do. But when she was young, we never allowed her to walk around because huh, she's she was 9 and she looked like 17. And then we have all sorts of men that their eye will not rest in one place, they'll be looking all over the place. So yes, it's very good for a mother to, and I applaud the fact that she is raising safety concerns. It makes a lot of sense. But you cannot tell Davido's 60-something-year-old father to give you 2 months notice for a Christmas party they hold every year. That one I no agree. 2 months notice for Their granddaughter to be at her grandfather's house? Nah, ọmọ Yorùbá ni wá now. Ìyẹn ò wọlé. Oh, you need for your children you need to be reassured of your child's safety. No problem. Especially girls. My son, from when they are like, 11, 12, even my other girl children. Did I ever tell you not to go to the park alone before? I've actually never had that issue. But when you say Pekin, they're very curvy and they don't have the maturity to understand what EX appeal means and what it can do to a man. And then my daughter particularly liked dogs. So she used to go to people's houses that had dogs and cats. So make my pikin no go person house, we get dog. Say, oh, you want to see my dog? Come inside the house. Abi? So concerns about a girl child's safety are paramount. Every parent should go the extra mile to ensure that their girl children are protected. During my generation, there were so many women that were ABUSED that women wey do olo show they use ABUSE as an excuse, because I jam one babe. I reach there, it be like Grand Canyon. I say, baby, but you said you've never done this before. When I was 8 years old, one man did it to me. Okay, I was not there. I cannot believe and I cannot disbelieve. But I heard that many women during our time, because it was so rampant, that many women, they use and lie. Many women, they use and lie. So, in my humble opinion, if anything Sophia wants regarding protection of Imade, she has the right to ask. But when Davido's father asks for his grandchild, that money, I'm not making this about the money now, but I would believe it would be in Imade's best interest to be in the best books of her grandfather, so that inheritance go feel rich am. My thoughts. You see, I know they fight about my papa property, because my papa no get that kind of property where I fit fight about. But if I be Davido pikin, Davido papa pikin, papa will fight for that property. No be say my papa no get house, no be say my papa no get property, but you no get the kind of property where I fit fight on top. But Davido papa get that kind of property where pikin fit fight on top. So it would be good. It would be good for Imade to be in the good books of her grandfather, in my opinion. And what does it take to be in the good books of a grandfather? Very little. Davido's father is the kind of father that says, I want Imade to attend my birthday. Daddy, we are in Spain. I will send the jet to come and pick her in Spain. You will spend 2 days with me and go back to Spain, and I will give you the extra money for the 2 days I took out of your time. I want my granddaughter to be there. Please bear with me. Reading that man's writing, that man is a man full of wisdom. During Davido's wedding, I went to meet Davido's dad and I prostrated for him. If they do the wedding tomorrow, I go prostrate 3 times. The man go think I don't mad. That man is an epitome of wisdom, and he is so articulate. That man is a father. Somebody said, I'm impressed about his writing too. I don't want to write that, because how can I be impressed about, he's a billionaire's writing? He writes fantastically well. When I say he's articulate, not just the writing, the thoughts, he puts everything in place. Imade should spend some time with her grandfather. There should be time with our fathers gave birth to us in Ibadan and in Romania and brought us to Ibadan. We had no mentors. Davido papa na the kind person where I go like sit down for him leg, make I dey pick him brain. Where people they find mentor for this life, free mentorship. Free mentorship. Do you know there are people that will pay $50,000 to have dinner with Davido's father? But they don't understand, see, this what is it called? This power people, how they take Duam. You understand? As in, I just want to enter his brain a little bit. Someone say, if you don't get money in call, then he won't be a mentor, he will just be a grandfather. And the grandfather role is still important. But when it comes to business, you need to sit around elderly people who have made it. And pick my opinion and pick up one or two things here and there. Now, I am saying this, keeping in mind that Imade must be protected at all times. So when you are sending Imade over, let there be a nanny. I agree with the nanny part. But I do not agree with the father, the grandfather, having to have 2 months notice. I'm sorry to say, now poor people that they give that kind of excuse. Now person will not get money. For instance, now, if your papa not get money in their village, you want to come see you. You go tell and say, Daddy, give me 2 months so that I can buy your ticket, prepare the room where you stay in my house. You understand? No. I'm sorry. But when you have poor parents and you are struggling, they need to give you 2 months notice. I'm sorry. If it's not about respect. Because imagine my parents are poor and they want to come and see me for Christmas. That Christmas is the worst holiday in the year. Because it hits you like this. And January is waiting. School fees, rent, all the bills, waiting for you in January. That Christmas period, people overspend and cry in January, and the pastors are waiting for them in January to collect their first fruits. So there are some things that if you are the one taking care of your father in old age or your mother, and you are sending them monthly allowance and they want to come and see you, which will mean extra expenses, they must give you notice. Unless they will buy their own ticket and come and stay in hotel, then come and be visiting you from the hotel and be coming and going. As long as they're going to stay in your house, you have to budget for their mouth. Right now, when tiri tomato is 2.5, if you not tell me, say they come my house, you come my house, I go serve you water. If you say only water, we add salt inside the water. So you cannot tell a billionaire who is capable that he must give you 2 months notice. No. There's a way you can put it that because Daddy, I have plans for my daughter around that November area, so I will call you. There's a way you will say it. You will say that, give me 2 months notice, without actually saying 2 months notice. Daddy, I will call you early November to clarify on the dates. Or I will call you in late October to verify the dates, sir, so that, because I also have some plans around that. At the end of the day, you are telling him that he should give you 2 months notice without telling him that you are giving him 2 months notice, and you are saying it respectfully, and you say, oh, my daughter, you are right. Call me end of October. Let's plan this properly. Somebody says, are you preaching classism, Daddy Freeze? Oh, Bongoli, yes, I am. My mother can wake up in the morning and say, I am coming to Lagos. Now me, they even beg my mama, Mommy, anytime you are in Lagos, pass by my house. Because I know that if my mother comes, I don't have to feed her anything. The thing that my mother does in my life in a year, I know if you pay her back. Let me give you an example. I went for the Afe Babalola wedding in Abuja. My mother gave me her driver and her escort throughout when I was in Abuja, till the escort and driver dropped me at the airport and started heading to Ekiti State. But you see, we need to be reasonable. I get budget. I get children where they university. My daughter just came home and said they've increased their rent. And they now say they should be paying power. Before, they never used to pay power. Am I lying? So my daughter don't come already. Another set of bills don't they say, the other ones where they go. Those days when we used to feed our parents yam and cocoa yam and sweet potato. Baba today, elofe for what? Baba, those days are not now. Now, and I say this with anybody that wants to be angry should be angry. If your parents don't have money and they are going to come on your bill, they have to give you notice. Person way you they take care of, no, if you come back, enter your house. So, yes, I agree that Sophie might want to do something with the child that might require some notice. You don't tell an elderly man that give me 2 months notice. Daddy, can I call you Emma Binu? There's a way you say, Daddy, please don't be angry, but I will call you around the tail end of October so we can finalize plans properly, because I also have this, and you will now put at the end, and whatever I do, I don't want Imade to miss her grandfather's party. That way, you have made the father look important. You have given him that, this our grandfather, I've not disrespected him, but at the same time, you have also created allowance for yourself that I might need this, and this. And Davido's father is not those village fathers. He understands that a mother needs to spend time with her daughter, and the mother who has the custody of when the daughter sick, now she they carry and go hospital. When the daughter vomit, now she they pack him. When the daughter piss for bed, now she go clean him. Then you cannot just barge in on her and say, I want the child so and so date. What if the mother has plans? So I understand that 2 months notice. I just don't understand the way it was put. Even those our parents will not get money, you still got to massage their ego. Come be the one we get. Your partner, your papa, he get money, he not get money, you will still the massaging ego. One of my friends in Papa Kolam say he want to do this. Because my friend called the begging Papa. I say, why they beg your Papa? Say in tire. Say now I ain't go give him the money for the thing we want to do. But Papa they command them on top of money. So normal Papa will not get. You go still massaging ego. Come be the one we get. We don't need your money. So all parents need respect. And let me tell you something about parents. Most parents, 99% of parents, understand when you are sacrificing. 99%. So there's that 1% that inside the sacrifice they will believe, say, you be my pikin, you must do them. There are some people, when they see it, they'll say, is it okay if I do so and so? Is it okay if I do so and so? Is it all right if I did this? You understand what I'm saying? You consider, okay, Daddy, no problem. Sometimes as a child, you have to bend over double for your parents. They need something and it's an emergency. I've seen very inconsiderate parents, don't get me wrong. The ones that will say, no, I want it, and they don't have money. You never see those kind of parents. They don't get money. They need your money. They don't care where you get them from, but they put demands. I've seen, I have friends who have those kind of, lucky me, nobody, money where you no work for. You know, get shake by. Someone said, but Adeleke is not Sophie's parent. You see, that kind of thinking is what is destroying Africa. Yoruba people say, ẹni tó bá bímọ fún yàn, ó ti kọjá àlè. Person wey born for you is more than a concubine. So, Davido's father is not Sophie's father, but he is Imade's grandfather. Use your brain and connect the dots. Whether she's Yoruba or not, if she's not Yoruba, that's the dumbest thing I've heard. If you marry into an Igbo family and you are a woman, you marry into their family or you born inside that family, ask your people will be Yoruba or your people will be Igbo, how did they do them? How do you talk to your elders? That's is as simple as that. I'm not blaming Sophie. I'm just saying there are better ways to manage elders. All of us get elders and all of us go grow old. So if you don't manage your elders well, now you go still pay for them. Because your children too not go manage you well. So for me, one, Sophie is justified for seeking protection and making a legal claim. You see, let me tell you something. There's one thing I also noticed about people. It's one thing to write something legally. There are many things I've asked for legally that I will not demand. But it's just there, just in case somebody goes wrong. We say, hey, we had this agreement. Not that I will enforce it, but let it just be written that I wanted protection for my child. Somebody said, I like this. You don't know what she's been through in their hands. Let's stop speaking because we don't know. Somebody that shared chat with Davido's father to the public. No. You lose that right the moment you start talking. If you keep quiet, me edoche, pim, you don't talk. We can only guess. But the moment you start talking, it's no longer guesswork. You have given us some sort of evidence. You put it out. I'm reading a chat that was released. Should I know what Davido's father's English writing is like? You made me know it. Then you are saying you went through some. Tell us what you went through in his hand. No, judge the matter. Someone said he brought it. Davido did not bring. Sorry, somebody's calling me. Yeah, hello? Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yes. All right, hold on. Somebody's going to call. Somebody's going to take this phone and go and answer them and give them everything they need. Hurry.
Hello?
Sorry. My order, and they're not going to feed me, so the moment we see any shred of evidence, we are going to judge it. People need to understand the implications of bringing their problems online. You cannot show us an issue and then say, here's what I'm going through, but you people should not comment because you don't know the real story. No. We didn't know the real story until back and forth started happening. And once again, I use May Edoche. Nothing where you talk, nothing where the other parties talk, may no talk. So you can say, you don't know my story, don't judge me, because she has never spoken. I don't know if you guys can relate. If you are watching on TikTok, share the video. Please double click the screen, pop the money gun there. Let's see that somebody learns something. Someone said, Daddy Freeze, do not take sides. How is it that I'm taking sides? How is it that I'm taking sides? How is it that I'm taking sides? Explain it to me, I beg you, if I'm taking sides. I'm willing to learn. Now, there's no problem. No. Ada said people deal with things differently. I agree. I bring my problems online. But when I bring my problems online, they criticize me online. I can't be angry. Now me carry my matter, I can't give una. Amen. The moment I bring my matter to the public, I lose my right to privacy. The moment I bring my matter to the public, that instant I lose my right to privacy. Basketmouth came to the public. He said he and his wife are going their separate ways and people should respect them. He brought it to the public only to announce the separation. He did not come and say, hey, come and see what my wife did. Oh. Then the wife responded the next morning, hey, Basketmouth, come and see what he did. He tied his dreadlocks here. He did this. I did that. Hey. Respect our privacy. Even though they came online, they did not come online. In law, they call it going to town. They did not go to town. They announced the end of their union. Until today, nobody knows what broke Basketmouth and Elsie up. Even we tried to do Bebon here, we found out nothing. If I go now and I talk about Basketmouth and I say he did this about his wife, he did this, he can sue me. Because he has said, respect our peace. Now, there's a way you come and say, she did this, but I want you to respect our peace. Nah. That's not how to get respect of peace. Have you coordinated it? Oh yeah, be with it so that they can be coordinated. Yeah, just be here so you can be coordinating for me. Amen. So, learn from this incident. You guys don't want your stories in the public. All well and good. But the moment you start talking to the press, you have lost your immunity. That clause that gives you protection from, I did not want them to know, you have started talking. And people will read it in every different way. So don't be angry when they start interpreting it in the best way they can. Amen. Now I'll go a little further. And this is a very, very important matter. 27 million naira house. My take on this might seem a bit partial. I'm warning you down. But these are my thoughts. And this is what I would have done as a man in that situation. First of all, a child deserves a house. Mansion is how do I put it, is a privilege. A child cannot sleep in the rain. You understand? A child cannot sleep in the rain. A mansion is a privilege. Okay. I don't know. Where did we get that 25 million from? Can somebody bring me up? Because that's what I've been seeing. And I saw N6 react to it. So I want to talk about it. I want to talk about that. So, from my readings on what the father said, there was a house provided for her, but she did not want to stay in that house. And she cited reasons. She did not want to be near the family, which is acceptable. Me, if I were David, I will send you 5 million naira a year if I'm very nice, 3 million naira a year if I'm not too nice. And I believe that as the mother of the child, you also should partake in the upbringing of the child. We both had the child together. Many people mistake Nigeria for America, where they will look at your net worth and they will look at 50 cents and they will say, okay, your children deserve $15,000 a month. Maybe so that they do it for Nigeria. As long as the father is sending feeding money, how much does it take to feed a child a month? Let's say 500,000 naira. Max 1M. 1M is a bit much. 500K. I get children. I get, how many are we in this house? 6? 7. I'm not sure I say we chop 500. Well, Taste Buds has a lot of stuff comes in from the academy and her food factory. But even then, I don't believe we eat 500,000 naira food. Do we eat 500,000 naira food a month? Apart from our Sunday, that's as in regular beans, rice, chicken, meat. Amara, do you think it's up to 500,000 a month? I don't think it's up to 500K a month, to be honest. So if he sends feeding 500K a month, clothing another 500K a month, so feeding and clothing 12 million a year, sends 5 million naira a year as rent, and he pays school fees. I swear to God, I won't do that much, because I will believe that if you spend 500K a month feeding, I'll give you 250, you bring 250. Me, my belief, like I said, I might sound a little partial here, but those are my thoughts. Clothing, I believe we're both parents and you have sole custody. I actually believe you should pay more. If I get to see my children weekly and you get to see them daily, what's 7/10 in probability percentage? Hey, mathematician, what's 2/7? What's the percent? 2/7. What percentage is that? I don't have a problem with custody and all that. Never had. But I have a problem when I have to pay for it.
Around
28%. So if I have the child 28% of the time, why should I pay 100% of the money? It doesn't go well with me. You get it abroad, though. But in Nigeria, una go drag and go up, drag and come down. It go sue, counter sue. It go just long. In Nigeria, I also am of the opinion that women believe that they are equal to men until it's time to pay bills. That's when they realize that you are Adeleke's son. Like I said, I may be wrong. So when it comes to giving money, I swear to God, Davido is being nice. in my humble opinion. Someone said, so Davido not get that, even if he has 100 BG, why is he going to? Listen, I can give you even $1 million monthly for my kids. I don't agree with you having to sleep with me for it. No, that's not it. But you have to be nice to me for it. Because now it's a privilege. My daughter can come and meet me and say, I'm hungry. And I say, what do you have in the house? There's gari and there's beans. I say, make gari and beans. But my daughter can come and sit on my lap and say, Daddy, you are the most handsome daddy in the whole world. I love you so much. I just finished washing your car. I'm hungry. Okay, what do you want? I want Burger King. Or I want Alex Burger. What do they call Alex Burger again? Exo Bakery, Exo Boutique Bakery. We need to let our men understand that they are doing a lot. Because when I was reading that, he gives me 5 million naira a year for my accommodation. I'm like, me I not give you 5 million naira a year. Timonile. We will go and fight it in court. I have house. I don't want to live there. She must live there. We go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'm telling you, sometimes I like that kind of trouble. So if he is giving 5 million, if he says sleep with me and you don't want to sleep with him and you shouldn't sleep with him, I agree. But he's giving his money to his kid, even though he should take care of his kid. Be nice to him so you're gonna get more. Because I read the father's letter and he said there was a house provided in Victoria Island. So as long as the court will see that was accommodation provided, yes, accommodation was provided. Okay, I don't like this accommodation. All right, we'll give you 5 million. House in my estate is about 7-8 million now, today's rate, about 8 million. For me, I cannot live in it. Not that I don't have 25 million, no. But I cannot live in a 25 million naira a year house. For me, it's a little too much. If you live in a 25 million naira house, it's not a bad thing. But then you should be able to fund that lifestyle. If you want a certain type of lifestyle, you should be able to fund it. My thoughts. I may be wrong. You guys can feel free to criticize me in the comments. I know people in America will disagree, but me, is one of the reasons why I love Nigeria. There are some things nobody can make you do in this Nigeria. In America, they will just take ruler. Let's say this is your money. Let's say this is your money. They don't divide it into two like this. Take. Not in this Nigeria. When I was going through my divorce, all the things my ex brought to the house, she took. All the things I brought, I took. The only thing I left with her was the car I bought for her so that she could take the children to school. She did not take any of my stuff. I did not take any of her stuff. So many of you who've lived abroad all your lives believe that the way abroad is not right too. I keep saying this. Nigeria is bow leg, abroad is K-leg. K-leg is not the cure of bow leg. The way abroad works is also not good. It's also not right. And I love abroad. They arrested a woman for beating her husband's side chick. In Nigeria, they will join you and beat the side chick. Abroad, didn't you see it there? So abroad get their own way. Let me tell you what a friend of mine did. Her husband owned a very big restaurant in the Niger Delta area. So one day, middle of the night, she just woke up and their house was behind the restaurant, and they had a club and all that. She just woke up and came to the parlor. And inside the parlor, husband and one of the waiters were just doing things. Now, so she go put water to boil. They were enjoying these things. They were doing so much, they did not even hear that they were boiling water for their matter. See how she don't run to the parlor with the boiling water. She said she first wait, made the husband jump, come out the babe. As the husband jump, come out, she just give the babe hot water from head to toe. Yeah. Come begin the mend down. Igbigi. Abroad. Boni share one. Báyìí ló máa kù. So you pour person hot water. Say you bench your husband. Well, the person where you pour hot water and your husband go come hand in hand, come they visit you for hospital. Abi for prison. So when you are using a broad matter, a broad brain to judge things, also understand that abroad is a double-edged sword. There are some ways it will favor you, and there are some ways it will never favor you. Abroad, they will look at your salary and they will cut your salary and say your children deserve. Someone say, which do you prefer? My answer is, where am I living? That will answer and tell you where I prefer. Someone say abroad, now man only they pay child support. Here. Someone say, let's also imagine Davido is an American. As long as you are not dragging the matter in America, you are dragging it in this Nigeria. Baba, I don't go many divorce cases. I don't go many child custody battles. I go tell you for free. I know as they work. So, say David, they send you 5 million a year. He tried. There was another part I didn't like. Said the car, the Range Rover, was spied on arrival. The Range Rover spied on arrival. Say the Range Rover no good. That one na Davido I blame. Why you go buy woman range for this Nigeria where flood they everywhere? You know as woman they use motor. Woman will park motor. Now many times me and Taste Boss they quarrel. Taste Boss go park motor, forget to wind up. You don't go to the car the next day. Just say the whole rain will fall. That whole flood now inside the motor a day. I lie. Now many times me and Taste Boss don't quarrel on top. Say when you park your car, can you just walk around the car? Make sure all the doors are locked. Make sure all the windows are locked. Now do you know how much it takes to maintain a Range Rover? Someone said Toyota Highlander is enough. God will bless you abundantly. If you enter my car today, it still smells brand new. The way it was the day they delivered it, that's how it is smelling almost 3 years later. 2 years plus later. So me, I know that there are some cars women cannot use. Oh, Baba. Unless the woman is a car person who particularly loves cars. I was talking to one of my friends. He came to my house with Uber. I said, where's your motor? He said, rainy season does not drive his Benz. You want to tell a woman that wants to carry her children to school and has only one car that should not drive that. Anywhere the Benz go, where the flood meet them, the Benz, bye. She from there find her way. I've only met one or two. I used to have a colleague called Victoria Alozie. And I used to have another colleague called Mama Venus. Those are the only people I feel give my motor say drive. Because they sabi maintain. If Vicky wash car for you, fear go catch you. They wash car like man. If she maintain car for you, fear go catch you. So, let me tell you the kind of car they buy for woman. We want to do school runs. Prado, Highlander, RAV4. Someone say I still talk to. If you still talk to her, tell her that the free said you should greet her. Women don't understand, as in, they don't understand what it takes to maintain car. I'm telling you, if I tell taste boss the car which they drive, they say, open the bonnet of this car. I don't know whether she know where the bonnet is. So if you want to drive those cars, but you see, Mercedes, Range, Hilux, beautiful Venza, Camry, GSC. As they follow you talk, I just changed alternator for Tasteboard's car yesterday, 300 and something thousand. Because she drive and through flood. She go do her nails. On her way back, there was flood. She passed the flood. And then the next day, I went to meet her. They were driving. As we were driving, I just hear, whee, from the engine. I was talking to PT on the phone. I said, PT, I'll call you back. I just called the phone first. I say, my fear, the car is an engine. I press off everything. Come begin to listen. Come begin to hear by the time I reach, I say, water don't enter the whole alternator, don't fool the whole alternator. I say, they just changed them yesterday. Murano is not okay. Mona run from Murano, na problem moto. My wife. Well, I go don't enter the motor, they drive and they go. Now me they buy fuel, now me they service, now me they do all these things. I mean, it's not like she can't. But because I'm around, I just try to help with that. But I've also made up my mind silently that I will be buying the nice cars and I'll be driving her. I like to drive. I just tell her to. The other day I was coming back. She said she had a headache. I'm going to give you guys advice. If you have a Mercedes Benz that has the Burmester sound system, that sound system cost me, I think, $5,800. Just the sound system. So my wife was like, she has a headache. I said, are you going to allow me to do what I will do for you? I just played any song that has that bass they call S808, 808. That bass that goes boom. That's so I tell my wife, I say, just calm down. Now I put T-Pain, Armstrong. I just set the bass for her. I said, don't say anything, just relax. This bass will heal you, your headache will go. My wife, they look me like say they mad. I drove from Lekki Phase 1 to Ikate. My wife's headache had gone. But you see, that bass, when it enters your body to vibrate you. If you never tried this thing before, but you no go put say you must have one of those. My other car has a Bose sound system. I don't think Bose is as good. Burmester. What sound system does Ferrari use again? They use their in-house sound system. But that Mercedes Burmester, nah, that thing is abnormal. Just try it. As in when it kicks in, you don't feel it. It will heal. It has healing effects. Harman Kardon, that's what comes with Range Rover. So if you see a Mark Levinson, that's what comes with Lexus. I don't agree. Bang & Olufsen, yes. So like the Euros comes with Bang & Olufsen. The Mercedes usually come with Burmester. Porsches too come with Burmester. I've tried that Burmester. It will heal you. Try them. So I always tell my wife, you want to go anywhere, I will drive you, as long as it's not flooded. Let me tell you, there are days we go and do massage. Just women have to always be women. There are days we go and do massage. Inside where we just finished massage, I want to relax and come home. That's when Taste will realize that she wants to go to the market to buy this, to buy fish, to buy. Women will always be women. So if you have a woman, my advice is get her a utility car. Especially once the woman don't born. Now, if the woman is a car person, there are some women that are car people. They love their cars. They go out the extra mile to take care of their cars. Then that's fine. You understand? You can get an Audi, you can get her something German. But if na normal woman where you know say she not get any extra love for motor, you will not go wrong with Toyota, not SUV. G-Wagon na SUV. One headlight na 3 point something million. One headlight of the 2023 GL is like 5 million. One headlight. So what I would advise David, which is what I would have done, is I'll get a Honda or a Toyota. RAV4 brand new, maybe 35 million, 40 million. If you bring it in, if you buy it locally, maybe 50 million. You understand? And then you know you have a car for 4 years. A Toyota will last you 4 good years of daily abuse. Someone say windshield is 5,000. You don't want to go and be buying windshield. Although Sunday will go kilos chele. Highlander brand new is like 100 million. You also have to think of the pocket. RAV4 is mine. No be one woman, one picking. Now, here's what I'll say. Anytime my daughter comes to my house, I'll drive her in my Lamborghini. But while she's with her mother, she needs a car that has AC, that will drive through the flood. I'll get a RAV4. If I'm very nice, I'll get a Highlander, the new Highlander. Someone say, Davido, what more now? Yes, he is. But you also need to understand that a Range Rover needs to be used in a certain way. If you don't use it in a certain way, to give you a problem. Range Rover. All my neighbors will buy Range Rover. Once they buy and come like this, you know, the last 2 weeks, you will see that down the open bonnet. Range Rover no be motorway. No, Range. Baba we moto. Baba we moto. A 3-month-old Range Rover that you brought brand new. Call Range Rover doctor now. Baba, I go Range Rover doctor office one day. I just see range 2013, 2023, 2022. They open all their bonnet down. This one water pump. Baba, range. Benz bad or range worse. Range, BMW, Mercedes. Someone said, how about a new Meccano car? 100%. Me, I can drive those Meccano. Someone say, even autobiography. Any range, na problem. For UK, they can't the thief and join the problem. You can't, before you can get insurance on a range in the UK, you go nearly mad. Finish. So, pop my money gun if you're enjoying Daddy Free's life. Make I even heal some people they buy my money gun. No, I don't even abandon now. I did hear the gist. Keno Maxwell, thank you so much. And Rock 221 2P. Ja bless. Ja bless. Ja bless. Let me tell you, I have many cars, but I have only one car that I can use every day. Is my Toyota, my 2019, my 2009 Camry. That Meccano car is a beauty. Amarachi, you know, be me and you go price am that day. Was that Meccano? That car went to price in VI that we dropped your mother in Park and Shop. That car that looked like a Lamborghini, as in like a Urus. Mad. Nissan Qashqai is also a nice car, yes. So, I won't buy a woman a Range Rover to be doing school runs in. No. There are some people who do it. If you are running a Range Rover like that, you spend like 15 million on it every year. Very easily. Then there are days that 2 months in Range Rover go day. About Range Rover. But ban like evil spirit, they worry that motor. I used to have a Range before now. Someone said Daddy Freeze, Range Rover Vela insurance is 5k per year in the UK. Venza na moto na moto where we dey talk be those ones na better moto be that. Someone said Daddy Freeze, remember she's carrying the daughter of a superstar. I don't know how other people think, but he's the superstar. Yes, she should have access to her father's luxury when she's with her father. Now, if you want her father to extend that luxury to when she is not with him, then you have to be nice. Then she have to be nice. Me, I will advise any man abroad, though you can buy your woman BMW abroad. My sister drives a Tesla, and I know she will manage it and sort it out. It's a Tesla. You understand? In Nigeria, if you have a child that is doing school run, use Toyota or Meccano. Use Meccano. Those, they are new cars. They are very sexy. I swear to God, I feel drive that Meccano as an everyday car. Yes, they are fine. They are sexy. They are modern. I know who they designed those cars for them. Those Meccano people, they are brain, man. Chai. Those cars are pretty. Someone says, can you advise him to buy Toyota for Chioma? Now, Chioma is his wife. Chioma won. That should count for something. If he decides to buy Rolls Royce for Chioma, ìyàwó lé ni now. Ìyàwó lé la ma. Hey, sorry, oh. My phone was about to fall. I needed to put it into charge. Ìyàwó lé ni now. Wetin you dey talk? Woman wey marry am? Nah. That's wife privilege. I wouldn't buy that kind of car for my wife because I still know women don't know how to take care of cars by default. But I'll drive her around. I'll be her driver. That's Mrs. Adeleke. Ah. Abi? Ask Mommy Gio. You can't at any time. It's an insult to Chioma. Woman where they don't put a ring for her finger, where the whole Lagos gather. Flood no stop us. No, now. A woman that he married, if he does not take care of her, she can report to the elders in the village and he'll be dealt with. Can I say that again? Chioma can call a council meeting in Osun State to the elders in Davido's village and they will summon him and deal with him if he does not take care of her. Oh, le fiyawo le. Nah. Someone said, Daddy Freeze, I disagree. A mother's niceness should not affect the quantity of luxuries of life afforded to a child. Family court will look at the lifestyle of the children with similar wealthy parents. I want you to show me the family court in Nigeria. That you will tell that you provided house, the house was not enough, you now gave 5 million, and they'll say you did not try. I want to see that family court. No family court where they go every day. When I go to talk, you see, this thing where you talk like say they America. Please, if you are in America, no put mouth. This matter no concern you. Any day they carry and come American soil, look at Georgia and there. And as long as in Canada, yes, in the UK, yes, in Nigeria, but in Davido over try, in my opinion. I no go try pass like that. Somebody said, but Imade is the first child. She can only insist that she wants quality lifestyle for her mom. Then her mom should work. It's as simple as that. Why should the father be burdened with providing? You see, let me tell you something. There are many things men and women will overlook if you are nice to them. Sometimes in life, just be nice. Just be nice. You can never compare a wife in the house. It's like, imagine I got somebody pregnant outside, and then I bought taste buds a Rolex, and that person too wants to wear Rolex. As in, how? Now, if you're really nice to me, I can even get you an Audemars Piguet, which is more expensive than the Rolex. Taste buds can demand a Rolex. You can't. That is wifey privileges. So let's leave wifey out of it. Jackie Eso sent me $20 on YouTube. Thank you very much. Like I said, I'm being as neutral as possible. You see, let me tell you something. I've been in child custody case before. I've been in divorce. Somebody said, let's have this. Somebody says, Akinyemi says, the same way Imade is the head Olori Ebi as far as David hierarchy is concerned, you are going to enjoy the privileges of Olori Ebi if you live with David. If Imade lives with David, then she will enjoy the hierarchy privileges. You have to understand that. And we are still in Africa, and African men still use that to show themselves. I would too. I will provide for my children the best of my ability, but if you're not living with me, you will get something, but you're not going to get everything. You will not get everything. There are some that will be reserved for you the day you come to my house. A friend of mine told me his father is a billionaire, got his mother pregnant. He grew up in Ilorin in the village. Then one day his father said, I want my child. They brought him to the mansion. The boy could not believe his eyes. Like, wow, this is now my house? Oh my goodness. So, like I said, I'm only being fair. Your child deserves everything. And by everything, your child deserves a good car to take her to school, a good school to attend. Your child deserves holidays for what is it called? But you see, as long as they had the child together, it's not like they took Davido's seed and took a seed from somebody else in Osun State and used her for a surrogate mom. She also has to bring something to the table. She also has to bring something to the table. So, if you are nice to a man, and that also means David too should be nice to Sophie, because she's also taking care of his kid. You know, he should be nice to her. and the respect is reciprocal. And you see, when two parties respect themselves and everything is nice and smooth, you will enjoy whatever it is, whatever type of relationship you have. I've got Sally here with me. Sally, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
I
How are
can't
you?
see your hair. Let me hear your thoughts.
What's going on?
I want to hear your thoughts. You're asking me what's
My
going on.
thoughts, really? What exactly? There are so many things on ground.
Let's talk about, you are a divorcee, I know, and you've also been through child custody. You've been through the works. That's why I picked you. There are some people who want to give opinion. They've never been through a failed marriage. They've never been through a divorce situation. They don't have a child they're raising outside. So they will only be giving you brilliant ideas on paper and academic suggestions. But you've been through the practical, like me. So on the matters on the ground, the 27 million naira house or the 25 million naira house, I don't know the facts exactly. I'm willing to be educated properly on that. The Range Rover, what are your thoughts?
You see, Daddy Freeze, I am not for or against any of them. Like I said earlier, because nobody really knows the story. Do you understand? But my opinion is this, based on my own experience. It cannot happen to everyone the same way. But my own personal experience, this is it. The father of my children is a billionaire. I was married to him. I was not a baby mama. We had kids in wedlock. After divorce, things changed. Things changed. I was saying earlier today's meal, I said, to me, 5 million naira is enough money for housing allowance in any way in Nigeria. When I had my divorce, my ex sent me a pigeon for the kids, to run around, like take them to school and do all the whole, errands and all of that. It's a small car, but it does the job. We're married. That's not the kind of car I was driving.
And that's not the kind of car you're driving now. Last time I checked, you're driving a Rolls Royce.
I sold the car. I added my own money, bought the car I wanted to drive my kids in.
Continue.
Are you getting me?
Clearly.
He was paying school fees in Nigeria. I moved my kids abroad. And the school fees is like 10 times more. And he told me, he said he cannot be paying that school fees because I was the one who moved them, which I agreed. I allowed him to continue paying the same amount he was paying for their school fees in Nigeria. And I topped up the difference.
Can I stand up and give you a standing ovation? I have to, you see, I cannot sit down and clap for you. I have to stand. Baba, I swear, I used to, you've been my friend for ages. You've been my friend and my customer for ages because you patronize me. But I'll tell you something. You gained my respect 100-fold today. Please continue with this story.
So, Daddy Freeze, I'm not taking sides, like I said again. I don't think a baby mama should be expecting wife or girlfriend benefits. What Davido can do for his daughter, if he believes this is enough for my daughter, with his status, with his whatever, if he says this is enough for my daughter and it is not insanely below average, if it can serve the purpose for what it is meant for, If you want it to be better, you should put in the effort. You should top it up.
Top it up.
And that's what I am doing. Like I'm not holding anybody accountable or responsible. My ex-husband is a multi-billionaire. There's nothing, the children want that he cannot do for them. Do you understand? But because of the whole divorce thing, there's still some tiny bitterness somewhere. He will not do exactly the same thing he would do while we were married. And it is okay. He has unfettered access to them. He sees them whenever he wants to. He talks to them whenever he wants to. I make sure I take them back to Nigeria at least once every year to see. If a big matter comes up, if a need, a serious need comes up that I cannot handle, I'll call him. I'll tell him this is going on. I don't have this money complete. Can you support? He will send in his support. But I don't put all the weight on him. I don't. I will not do that. And this is me. People might think differently. Everybody has their own opinion. But this is just what I think. Do not expect wife benefits or a girlfriend's benefits, when you are a baby mama. He's not trying to take care of you. He's trying to take care of his child. And if that child, if he loves the child, whatever he does for the child, it should be good, rather. That's basically what I have to say. I don't know. That's all I have to say, honestly.
Even me, for instance, when my ex changed my children's school, I stopped paying, and she continued paying. So I give that up to her. She would pay the fees. The only problem I had with her is she denied me access. That one was not right. But I respect the fact that she found a way to sort out the bills. I tell women this all the time. When you divorce a man, divorce yourself from his money.
Exactly.
Anything he does for you after that, just know he's doing it for God. Now, men, let me also tell men something. You see, in as much as you hold the knife and you hold the yam, and anyhow you like, you can cut the yam. Remember that these children too grow up. And a time will come when they will now hold the yam and they will hold the knife. And if they give you a thin slice with skin and you say, is this all you're going to give me? Remember, when you held the yam and you held the knife, that was how you also cut it for them. So in as much as, yes, if Davido gives her 3 million a year, he has tried. If he pays school fees for 2 terms out of 3 terms and expects you to pay the rest, he has tried. But there's also the wisdom of the future, posterity. He too should also think of, how would my child view me 20 years from now when she doesn't really need me?
True, exactly. I also mentioned that Daddy Freeze in one of my comments. I said it is at the end of the day, if you think what he's doing for his child is not enough, it is between him and God and his conscience. It is between him and God and his conscience. If he's not contributing at all, then that's a whole different thing entirely. If he is contributing and what he is offering can serve for the purpose it is meant for, then if it's not enough for you, or if it is not your standard, or if it is not the standard you want, you should make it up. You should make it up.
All right. I want you here. I don't want you to go anywhere. Shali, I have 2 people here. Guys, Your internet is bad. Please don't send me requests if your internet is bad, because I won't be able to bring up new people and my internet will really mess things up. Guys, I might have to remove the two ladies because your internet is bad. Or can I hear you? The lady
Yes,
with glasses.
I was just waiting for her to finish.
Can you have some light on your face? Can you say that you are...
Okay, let me put the lights on.
Very important. Somebody called you Charlie Poppy. This one is Abdul Charlie, not Charlie Poppy.
They do that all the time.
How far with that woman that's owing you money? She don't pay?
Oh yeah. She has not paid. I beg daddy. Please don't go there first.
She will leave her. Will ask her where the money they. What's her name again?
No, please leave her alone. Let her continue. Okay. She will meet her Waterloo.
Okay, what's your name, Ma? The lady who wants to speak.
Nene.
Oh, Nene, are you? Hey.
Yes, Daddy, please, how are you?
Very well, thank you. All right, go ahead.
Oh, Daddy, I respect this lady. What's your name, my sister?
I'm Sarah.
Sarah, you just said it all. Like Daddy Free said, when you divorce a man, there has been a problem there. Divorce is money. His responsibility. You cannot divorce his responsibilities, yes, but you cannot dictate how he's responsible for that child, 100%. Because this is two people that have a child together. I'm a divorcee with two sons, and their father lives in the UK. Daddy Free is not even a single £1 he contributes. But I still try to have my children have contact with him, because that is a bond that money cannot buy. This is what women, they use these children and think that's the whip that you can beat somebody else's. No, when the relationship is finished, it's finished. You co-parent in peace. But you cannot tell me that you want to take your child to a private school, which you cannot afford, and you cannot sit down with the other party that you expect to pay and consult them before you take those children to a private school. Most of the time, this is what we women do. You want a Lamborghini? Fine. Make sure you can come up to half of it, because it's not only the child that is riding that car, especially if you have other children as well. Let's say you have other children, they are not my children, and you expect me to pay for 25 million for a house that is not only you that is living there. And you might have a boyfriend. I cannot control, say, when I'm paying rent, you cannot have somebody to visit you, or you can't have your boyfriend come to the house. But is it fair? So if Davido says he's got 5 million, if you can come up with the 20, it's fine. It's your choice. You choose that house. But most of the time, we are trying to put too much pressure on the daddies. And this is why sometimes the children suffer. Exactly. Always it's the children that suffer for this kind of thing.
Exactly. You're right.
I don't think it's fair.
So I disagree with you guys. Daddy Free, how now?
Hello.
So unfortunately, I love what you both said and I respect it, but you have to hear it from a different person's point of view. Okay. Each time this topic is said, I always have an issue with it, because my case is different from your case. Divorcing is different. It's different from you getting an email in the hospital and your husband denied all your children, saying he's not the father. And the paternity shows that they're his kids. And he doesn't send a dime. But then the person is still rude. So I'm going to ask a question. The fathers of your kids, are they disrespectful to you when they talk about seeing the kids?
No, they're not.
Exactly. This one will call me feeling like as if he's right, talking to me anyhow, like, you know what, give the child the phone, I want to talk to the child.
That's wrong.
I got a court order that I have sole custody. My son is going to be 10 years, never seen him before. And unfortunately, I have sole custody. So don't make it look like every woman is being wicked. Keeping the kids from every situation. Every situation is completely different.
Hold on, ma. Hold on, ma. Sorry. Hold on. Let me try to bring clarity here. Madam, what you are saying is very valid. But are you asking him to pay 25 million naira a year for your rent?
So that 25 million naira a year, I respect everything you said. And I always believe in 50-50. In our days of our fathers and our mothers, it was easy for the man to provide everything. I'm an only girl and I have brothers. This day and age, things are not that easy, where everybody has to support each other. What I don't like about, I'm not going to blame anybody, but I always tell women, I counsel a lot of married friends or people that are about to get divorced. A man that is making an impact in the life of the child, that is contributing something, those are not the men that you are wicked to. A man that makes an attempt to even do something, no matter how small for the child, the man cannot be responsible for your lifestyle. What happened is she expects Davido to be responsible for her lifestyle. And that's not going to happen. And can I tell you something? There are ways to get money out of Davido. But he's not a public person. Guess what? Who did he marry? He married peace of mind. I don't know Davido. I don't know Chioma. But how many times will you see Chioma making noise online? Whatever these people, the internet never forgets. It's always going to be there. I feel sorry for her. I wish she was someone I could talk to privately. This is not a social media thing. And using somebody else's late child to insult the person, that was the heartbreak for me. He wasn't there. People pay nannies. It can happen. Look, let me give you an example. 2 weeks ago, my son put a boppy pin in the socket and he blew his hand. I was right here at home. I was working. Mm-hmm. If it was Nigeria, he would probably have died. Does that make me a careless mother? No. Exactly. No. So things happen. They paid a nanny to watch the child and something happened. That should not even come up in a conversation when you're talking about this man and the child.
Let me say something about what you just said, right? In my own opinion, this case has reached court. That's because both of them could not reach a compromise. And if you know legal battles, you would understand this. When you get to court, you're on a battlefield. And you have to use every weapon in your arsenal to fight back because you want to win. You have to punch your opponent in the place that will hurt them the most, because it's a court. There's no sentiment in court. Whatever you can use, that is valid. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. My
ex-husband tries it. I know what you're trying to say. Let me give you an example of what he put in the court document. So I had a business transaction with someone, and the person came to come and look for me, at the time, because I've always lived abroad. So I went to Nigeria to visit. And when they came next, I didn't realize that there were police involved. And so we went to the police station. They found out that it had nothing to do with me, and I was released. Do you know, in the court document, he put that, I do fraud. That's why police even came to come and look for me at home, trying to tarnish my image. You know something about Nigeria that I don't like? Nigeria favors men more than women when it comes to divorce. And because he had an aunt that is a judge, they tried to manipulate it. In fact, he had told people that, guess what? He's going to take my kids and I'll never see them again. So I went to file in Ogun State. When people feel that they are foolish, you have to show them that you are mad. I went to file in Ogun State, and my lawyer advised me to take my kids out of Nigeria and send him a message that I was abroad. But because he doesn't pay any child support, you see, if you had listened to my father's advice, pay 10,000 naira a month to this person, it will show that you do give child support. Over here, they don't joke with stuff like that. If you don't pay child support, you don't own any child, though. Because if he tries to come to America tomorrow, he will still pay that child support up to when the children were born. But guess what? For me, what I always tell people, a man that wants to take care of his children is his choice. You can't force it. You can't force a man to take care of his children. So if you genuinely, out of your heart, want to take care of children, then fine. But if you don't decide that you don't want to, that's fine by me. But don't act like as if I owe you something. Because in the future, when the children grow older, you come and say, you have kids somewhere. I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. Because I'm ready to fight it to the end. So when I listen to women like you, I'm always so proud. I'm so proud of women like that. You still have a good heart like that. But I am scarred. I am hurt. And so how I react is completely different. My husband denied my kids on an email while I was in the hospital.
Well, you see, that's why your own situation was different, because he started it in that way. That's disrespect already. For me, the problem I have with Sophia is you don't bring private matter like this on social media. If you see everything about her child, she's bringing it on social media. Even when a lot
of Nigerians do that.
Yeah, but when the child was not well, the child was in hospital. You can see that she was having a drip or everything. She was walking around with the child. You bring all this, I'm the only one looking after the child. And there's so many women looking after their own children without their father. It doesn't mean it's right, but you don't bring it on social media because it's not going to resolve it. Social media is not the place to come and resolve family issue. So for me, I always tell my children, do you want to see your father? Even if you don't want to see him, just respect him. Because he's your father, that's not going to change. But I was struggling as a single mother in the UK with 2 boys on my own. Even when they are sick, if I call him and say, I'm coming, and he will never turn up. But I don't hold it against him. It's his way of being a parent. Does not mean that I have to be a failed parent because he's failed. When he wanted to go to court, said, okay, he wants custody. I said, I won't fight you. Take them, because you know why? It's boys. If it was girls, I won't give him. because I'll be worried a little bit. You understand? But when he said he wanted the kids, when we went to court, I said they should give him. They said, no, they don't just give children just like that. I'm not the one that make those decisions. They went to the school. He's never dropped them not once in school. He's never taken them to the GP, interview my neighbors. So he has no parental rights, duties that he was doing for him to qualify for me to give him the children in the first place. I told the judge, I said, no, I know it's his children. He will not harm them. But he wanted to have a council house. So you think having the children will give him a council house just like that? God does not operate like that. So when you have a child with somebody, if they really want to take responsibility, let it be their own. If they don't want to take responsibility, you cannot force them. Forcing them will bring so much stress to you, to the children. Just let them be. Do what you can do.
And see, there's a difference between sperm donor, daddy, papa, baby daddy. They all have different definitions. Some men just want to have access to the kids so that they'll have pictures to post on their birthdays. Not everybody is the father.
That's true.
And not everybody that gives birth to a child acts like a father.
Acts like a
I don't know
father.
if you understand. Daddy Freeze, if I'm talking nonsense, you can correct me.
No. It's okay.
Yeah, so because as I'm trying to tell you that, so I might be wrong. I'm not trying to say whatever I'm saying is the right thing. I choose to do what is best for me as a mom. But what I'm trying to tell you, and I might not be perfect, I might be wrong, but I use my experience to coach other people that, they want to get a divorce or they're trying to do things to harm their children. I'm like, when two elephants fight, who suffers is the grass.
Yes.
But when these things happen when the kids are very young and they don't get to see that father when they are young, when they grow up, they don't remember. Like my 14-year-old, the day somebody said, me, your father and I went to school. My daughter was like, which father? That I don't know the man. He doesn't care about us. Because guess what? When I was diagnosed with cancer, I reached out to him. I'm very sick. And I needed the help. This man was busy boasting, telling people that he will mail food to my house.
Oh my God.
My kids go to private school. So you can imagine the insult. And he's still very disrespectful. And I keep saying until he decides to respect me as the mother that's taking care of these children. Amazing kids. I'm sorry, I'm not going to give him that floor to act like a father. Because for me, he's just a sperm donor. Anybody can quote me or insult me if they like. I really don't care.
You know, sometimes, yeah.
Okay, sorry guys. Let's have Bongoli. We don't have much time. So let's have Bongoli for 5 minutes. Sally wants to come back. So Bongoli, let's hear you.
Good evening, everyone. Good day, everyone.
Good evening, Bongoli.
I'm going to be DJing for Davido tonight in Houston. So.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yes. So so I'm going to be DJing for him tonight.
Good luck.
So just an FYI. All right. I do not want us to see this case from an emotional standpoint because it is legal. And we have to be rational and not be emotional. First things first. According to the Child Rights Act in Nigeria as of today, the father, regardless of how he birthed the child, maybe he was a sperm donor like our auntie here, our lady here is saying, or marriage, or whatever the case may be, is solely responsible for that child. When I mean solely responsible, I mean for the upkeep.
Bongoli.
When I mean for the upkeep, I mean school fees.
Bongoli.
And it's child rights act.
Hold on. What? Like I said, you said you don't want us to be emotional. Have you gone through a divorce in Nigeria before?
Daddy Freeze, I have not.
Answer me. Because you see, what you are doing is you are bringing an academic debate to a real life situation. Nigeria is one place where 99% of those things they write in those books are not applied. So even if you are saying the child, I've been through a divorce, I've been through child custody battle before, and even if you may be right academically, in reality, you won't be right. But continue nonetheless.
Daddy Freeze, but respectfully, then what kind of conversation are we having?
You said you don't want an emotional conversation. Hold on. You say you don't want an emotional conversation. You are being emotional, brother. Because you are reading. Listen, everybody I know that has been through a child custody battle in Nigeria, 90% of the time. Let me tell you what, in court, one thing that worked against me is the judge said that because I've been paying the school fees 100%, I should maintain paying the school fees 100%. And I realized that if I had demanded that my ex paid 30% of the school fees, so I put my foot down that, okay, this is what you want from this is the school you want, bring 30%, I will bring 70%. At the end of the day, it will have worked out like that. The reason why the judge told me to continue paying 100% of the school fees was because there were bank trails to show that I was paying 100%. So I could not run away from it. If I was paying 0%, they will tell me to pay it, and I'll tell them I don't have the money, and they will not throw me inside prison. That's why I said it's an academic debate. Yes, Bongoli, you are right. But in as much as you are right, I want us to also face the realities of the matter. I'll tell you for free. I know men that have not paid 1 naira towards their children's education, feeding, or housing. And they are walking free. They did not send them to any prison. Nothing happened to them. This Child Rights Act, you might quote it, like I said, academically on paper. In reality, I will give you the reality. And I've gone through it on 2 different grounds. And I can tell you my experiences in all. What we talk about academically and what you come out to find in reality are 2 different things. So be careful when you quote these academics, because they most of the time do not apply.
Okay, Daddy Freeze.
Well, can I quickly say something, sir, before you continue? Daddy Freeze, we are talking about divorce. No, I just want to point something out.
Sorry, let us say, then come back. Then we'll give him his time.
Sophie is not married to Davido. Point that out. Divorce is different from somebody that is married. She's not married, so there's no legal right. So you can continue.
Okay. So
somebody said that's because the woman didn't sue them. The woman sued. Forget. You see, Baba, una they talk. That's why I ask you, have you ever been through a divorce proceeding before? If your answer is yes, then come and share yours. If your answer is no, all these things people are reading inside book, when it comes to the reality of it, it does not apply.
I have.
Thank you.
Okay. I hope I don't miss my chain of thoughts. Daddy Freeze, first attack. Now let me throw my own attack too. Please. If I ask people in the comment section and the people watching us today, would you rather have a Bongoli go to court for you or a Daddy Freeze? And if we go to court, who do you think will win?
Bongoli, every time me and you have had argument, I've won you hands down. So don't even go there.
Daddy Freeze, that is not true.
Baba, don't even go there. You see, I respect you. Listen, Bongoli, I respect your political prowess.
Daddy Freeze, it was intentional. What I said was intentional. It was intentional because I feel that this kind of public conversations or situations that happen, let us take out Davido and Sophia out of it and let us look at the content for what it really is. Because a lot of people are going through things that are less than this or even more than this. And this is a way that we can actually shape the society. And that's why I started with quoting the law. Daddy Freeze, yes, you are right. There are a lot of things that we don't abide by. But Daddy Freeze, I can hit my chest and tell you that I have so much experience when it comes to issues like this. Why? Because there is a program, and I want Nigerians to watch this program. It's called Justice Court on YouTube. I don't know if people watch it. That is George Fumi Asaolu. When you watch that program, you have not any dynamic. You see what Daddy Freeze just said now? Daddy Freeze is right with what he said in the sense that what got him in his own, I don't get into people's private, in that situation, was that he was already paying full tuition. If he was not paying tuition at all, they can come and say, okay, come and pay full tuition, or they walk around it. So I'm coming from a place of, I am watching it every week. I watch it every week. I see dynamic situations, and I also know of the Child Rights Act of 2003. So when I'm coming to speak based on facts, evidence, and what's happening in reality. So now, let's go to the subject matter here. There's one question that a lot of people are missing. were there court arrangements before the male, what's the word? The applicant? No, the plaintiff, because there's a plaintiff. The plaintiff is the male in this case. Before the plaintiff charged the respondent to court, Abi, were there legal proceedings as to how they were managing the situation?
Social media.
I'm asking.
And I don't.
I'm asking.
It was not social media judgment.
No. You didn't get what I said. What I said is, was there any legal arrangements between them?
So fast, we know. No.
Not that we're aware of.
Yes, I'm aware of. Until the plaintiff through the first album, right? The plaintiff through the first album.
I think it's a family arrangement.
No, I'm just saying the plaintiff through the first album, and then the respondent replied.
Bongoli, I want you to land because time is going and my battery is dying. I need you to land.
All I'm trying to say here is that we need to read the contents of the court's documents. They are out there on social media. We need to read it, and we need to look at the laws that are guiding and binding in Nigeria. Lagos State has very strong Child Rights Act and DV Act. And our lady here said she took the case to Ogun State. Ogun State too has very strong ones. It's just very few that has it in Nigeria.
Now, hold on, Bongoli. Hold on, yeah. Davido sends her 5 million naira a year for her housing. Bought her a Range Rover and pays her tuition. He has done more than enough.
When was the last time he did that? When was the last time he did that? When was the last time he did that?
But don't forget the child.
Because the information we had, because I'm trying not to go personal here, whatever, but the information we had was
go personal now. They don't allow you play for Davido concert.
Yeah, but before
why no go play? Why no go play?
Baba?
He was taking responsibility. There was a break of communication between them, but before the grandfather stepped in, he was taking responsibility. This child is 9. It's not like they didn't taking responsibility.
Are we really sure of that?
Yes, he was.
Yes, he was.
Wait, because there were comments in the court documents that said that they were in some kind of relationships in between.
We are not talking about
That is what they get intertwined. That's what they get intertwined. Let us be very honest.
Let me just ask you as a man. If you divorce with your wife, and you have children, do you believe that you should take full responsibility, 100% responsibility, or should the wife meet you halfway?
Now, according to the law in Nigeria, the wife or the
forget the law.
why do you tell me to forget the law? That is my bucket.
You see, Bongoli, hold on. This is why you are being emotional, even though you are. Hold on, Bongoli, wait now. Bongoli, wait. You see, when the laws are unreasonable, they will be challenged with the same unreasonable laws. You see, in a law court, ask anybody who has been to, you don't win with, you win with technicalities, you win with, you look at the dynamics of the case. What if, okay, the law says I must provide 100% and I don't have a job? Am I supposed to cut my hand every week, then start cutting my legs so that they can have meat? So when a law, it does not make sense, and there are many laws in Nigeria that to me honestly do not make any sense at all. Abroad, it's more reasonable. The richer party, hold on, the richer party takes care of the child. Do you understand what I'm saying, brother?
Daddy Freeze, you just said what is causing the problem.
According to the law, the child is a minor. The child is a minor.
Okay, what if the father does not have a job? Judge it.
Go to a court of competent jurisdiction And they say the woman has so many men, like the woman has to be the well in the whole wide world for them to take the child from the woman. So the woman is always going to have custody of the child regardless. And the child is even a minor. According to the Child Rights Act, according to the law, the father is responsible for health care. The father is responsible for feeding.
I disagree with you, sir. I've had situations where women abandon their children for the father to take care of.
I just said that
otherwise, what is that?
All right, let's leave Bongoli to finish. Sally wants to come back. Bongoli, please finish. Please, let's not interrupt him again. Let Bongoli finish.
All I'm saying here is that a lot of people are going through different things that are quite similar to this, like different issues, different dynamics.
Sorry guys, the battery is about to die, so I have to plug it to the charger to get it to at least 20%, then I'll bring it back up. Make you no vex, so pop my money gun while you're at it.
We want a safe society, because actually in Nigerian law we have what is called child maintenance. It's not called child support in Nigeria, it's called child maintenance. And there's certain agreements that both parties will make for child maintenance. Now, like I said, before the plaintiff took the respondent to court, they had maybe like a gentleman's agreement or something. And according to the court documents that we saw, she said, don't worry, it will be 50-50 for the accommodation and all of that. And then maybe because of the kind of relationship they had or something, everything stopped. It is there for public consumption. So we don't know what was being said between them, because we knew that respectfully to the plaintiff and his wife, there was a time that they took a break. And we saw on social media that we saw the plaintiff gravitating towards the other lady, and maybe it became an item. And I'm seeing it, just looking at it, I'm seeing it from maybe, okay, we are now an item. Man, I don't think this can work. She gets with that, he goes back, and it's like I'm turning my back on you, because we see that the grandfather of the plaintiff, the father of the plaintiff, was always stepping in. Also, like we all have said, and we have seen in court documents, they said come and stay in family house. If I were a lady, I would never stay in that family house. For what? As what? So we all need to factor all of these things. And remember, ladies, please, and men also, men, any woman you cannot marry, don't sleep with that woman. That's the only SUXUL education that my mom, Alaja, ever gave me. That's the only thing she told me. And women also, let our women, be careful with the kind of men that they lay with. We have these issues going on. It is in the American society right now. Over 70% of black-skinned kids, they are it's from out of wedlock. Because many times out of wedlock issues cause this type of things, and these are things that are in our society. I'm not saying this case, so I'm just saying
let me just come in as a woman.
we need to really look at this thing very carefully.
You know why we're talking about this now? It's because the relationship between them has collapsed. Whatever they had, whether it was a relationship or whatever, it's collapsed. And now it's affecting the child. Because it's not like Davido is not responsible. It's the way she wants Davido to take responsibilities. That's the problem. You cannot go and choose a 25 million house without discussing with me, and you are expecting me to pay part of that money. Before you go for that house, we have to sit down and discuss that this is the reason I want to go for this house. How much would you be able to bring in for me to be able to rent it?
I watch you on TV. I watch you on a concert. You promised a lady 50,000 USD to clear her debts. Then you are living in Banana Island. I think she's even doing the respondent is doing the plaintiff a favor for living in Banana Island. So that means you don't have access to your daughter. The respondent is not saying in this case that you cannot see your daughter. No, that's not what she's saying. We need to understand what the documents, the court documents are saying.
There is a way I'll ask you for money, even if you don't want to give it, you will give it to me. There is a way I'll ask you, even even if you have surplus, you will not give it to. It's all in the manner of the relationship. This is why I say they don't have a cordial relationship as parents. They are not co-parenting in a very loving manner, in a very peaceful way. This is the problem. Because Sophia can get anything she wants from Davido if she's doing it in a friendly way. But they have to
So, let me quickly say something. I don't know if they do this in Nigeria. Over here in the US, co-parenting, there are classes you go to that teaches people how to co-parent. Now, we are mistaking something. I have to play devil's advocate for Sophie. This is Davido we are talking about. She's thinking, oh, he can afford it. It looks like a mentality, like she's expecting him to do things. But you have to put your mind in the fact that she's expecting her child to get the same treatment as other children. In large matter, you are saying you are giving somebody 25 million. You have to look at it from her own perspective. But he has the money. But she's just not knowing how to go about it. If they can do that class that they do for co-parenting in Nigeria, maybe they can be able to talk without involving social media. So we have to think about both parts.
That's the
We have the classes in Nigeria. You see, that's what I mean. We have the classes.
But do you realize again, that's not the only child he has.
Let us not forget something also. We are speaking of 1% of 1% of Nigeria. That are free to say petty bourgeoisie. No. Let us call a spade a spade. We are speaking of the 1% of 1% in Nigeria. And people are here saying 25 million naira per annum for the child. That when the child living is too much.
It's not the money, it's the manners of where you are asking.
Okay, hold on.
I'll ask you a question. I said, if you divorce, let's say you have 2 children with somebody or 1 child.
What is the manner?
Because no, let me just give you a question. Let's say we need to communicate. Let's say you're giving me 5 million for rent for the child, and then I go and take a new property that is 25 million without consulting you, and then I want it, and I'm not kind of like in a friendly manner. Would you give it to me, even though it's your responsibility to do, even though you have surplus? Because I didn't consult you, I just went and did it. Would you give it to me?
Let me ask you, ma'am, hold on.
Ask you a question.
No, I would not. Hold on. There's a point I want to make here, ma'am. Do you have any concrete evidence that states that the plaintiff told the respondents don't collect that house? It's too much.
This was a lack of communication. We don't have that.
No.
Yes.
Man, you put a context, and I'm asking you. Do you have any concrete evidence?
On the context, it's not there. We're reading both sides.
So it's not. So why do we then push that narrative?
He said I will give 5. He said he will give 5. She turned it down.
Ma'am. There was a gentleman's agreement. I'm even glad that this is happening so that the court can actually.
You're not going to play tonight. You're not going to play that tonight.
Okay, guys. Bongoli. Yes.
Okay, Daddy, please, I'm leaving.
You don't talk. You don't try. But as you are going, I want to tell you something here. You see, I personally believe that in Nigeria, as long as he will pay the school fees, he has to pay the school fees. That's unarguable. If he gives 5 million naira for a house, you will get a decent house for 5 million. And he will put the clause, that's how much I can afford for a house. If you don't like that house, come and live in one of my houses.
Bingo.
You cannot say you want to live in a... No judge will give you that in this Nigeria. Any judge that gives you that, they will appeal it.
That is not the context. We don't have that information to be sure that they have that conversation.
So what I'm trying to tell you is, he has done well. You see, let me tell you, when it comes to school fees, I wish I had my court papers, what they told me about accommodation. I don't think I was to pay accommodation. I was to pay maintenance. You understand? I was to pay maintenance and school fees. Child maintenance and school fees. That's what the law told me. And I said I was not going to pay 1 naira unless I saw my children. You can't make me pay money for children that I'm not seeing. Do you understand? So at the end of the day, it is good. We are going to do a lot of back and forth. But let me tell you one thing. If Davido is a kid, his father is not. If Davido is emotional on social media, his father is not. Anything his father wants to say, his father will run it through his legal team. And trust me, on Adeleke's level, he will have access to senior advocates of Nigeria that will give him sound legal counsel. That is why even if you read Davido's father's letter, you will see that it is not just well written and articulated. He put it there that I offered you a house in Victoria Island. Now you say you don't want. It was there. That was there for a legal reason. Should you go to court and say they did not give me a house? They gave you a house. You did not want it.
Who? But who gave the house? Is it the father or the grandfather?
Whoever it is that gave you a house, as long as
plaintiff is different. Plaintiff is.
But it's still coming from the same family. Something can be done on my behalf. My mother can say, okay, you know what? My son is in a tight spot now. I want to pay the school fees of one of the children. It's coming from me.
Dear. If the grandfather,
yes,
gives the child the son, and the son now pays it to the woman, yes.
Hold on. No, it doesn't work like that. Okay, I don't have a house to live. The grandfather said, come and stay in house. You see, you can play around all these technicalities, but how do you convince a judge that is unbiased that there is house in Victoria Island from my grandfather?
Take me out. Take me out, because when you are trading to in the court of law, I have won you, sir. I don't do winning or anything.
You have not won anything. You have just tied rope around your leg. Oh, Bongoli. Now I know say you know sabi legal.
Bongoli, pray. You don't
No, you didn't win him.
You didn't win anything. You see, Bongoli. Let me win you with one. Have you ever gone to court before over a child custody matter? Wait, have you ever?
I don't understand.
Have you ever? Do you know all my child custody issues? Do you know how I went around all of them? Hold on. Do you know who my lawyers are? Do you know the kind of brilliant lawyers I have? Do you know the kind of advice they give me? Bro, you are talking about something that you are reading about. I'm telling you something that not only have I read about it more than you, I have experienced it.
Dear, did you read Dele Momodu's response to the whole issue?
To be honest, I read just the beginning part. And because I wasn't going to be talking about Uncle Dele directly, Bob D, in this matter, I left it aside. Because you see, this matter, we go deal with them every day for 2 weeks.
You need to read the full, you need to read the full context, because the chief in this question has a good relationship based on what we see with the family. So you need to read it, and eventually they are going to take this thing away from court. They are going to settle out of court. I see it.
Okay, Bongoli, can you explain what you understood from what the uncle, his own statements?
What the uncle is clearly saying.
Because I read it as well.
Oh, what the uncle is clearly saying is that you also need to cut some slack for his niece. That these are the reasons why the niece did not take some certain things, like the offer here and there, the house. These are the reasons why we're talking about school. Did he talk about school fees? He just talked about that.
He just mentioned the house. He said he understood why she did not accept the house, because she's not.
She should not accept the house on no condition, because they are going to be watching her. It's not safe for her.
Yes.
You can't tell me we are not married to go and live in your family house. That one, we all understood that one. But what we're saying is, they didn't have this problem when she was 1, when the baby was 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now, can we also rule out Dele as being a third party? Hold on. If Adeleke is the third party, how come Dele, that is not directly related by blood to Sophie, is her uncle, not her father or her mother? How come you are bringing him into this matter so confidently? But Adeleke is a third party.
They are very different. They are very different. one of the parties was actually paying school fees for the child for 2 years. It was a mess on social media when we saw it now. One of the parties was doing things, was taking care, the upkeep. One of the parties, the other one just wrote like an open editorial. So it's different. He is not even part of it. He was a
mediator. He said he was a mediator between them for quite some time.
Of course, it's family, whatever now. But what I'm saying here is that one is actually paying.
Bongoli,
one is actually paying.
Sophia and Davido had a very good communication, co-parenting communication. Do you think we would know all about this?
Hold on, who brought it out? Who brought it out?
No, but I'm just saying, do you think we would have heard about this if they had a good co-parenting communication? Their communication
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Communication breaks somewhere.
We didn't get anything.
So they have to put the child interest first. Because I always see the video with that child. She never comes out and says anything before.
From what I'm noticing here, there is more of the Sophie. Not the plaintiff. Why? And when it was the plaintiff that took the respondent to court, why?
Have you talked about the issue of
because
the age
he's been
difference?
denied access to see the child.
Sorry?
Let me just say something unrelated. I want to say something. I have a cousin that is a celebrity in quotes, and I feel like when people are in the limelight, there's this mental capacity, soft life, that women see them as a meal ticket. I'm sorry, it might not be what happened, but I'm trying to tell you that what if the having a child for Davido was not ever about love, or was just for me to have a child for him and someone to take care of my child? That's why a lot of women have children for two-face. You have to look at it from the context of being the bad person and the good person. Now, what will make a 27, 26-year-old want to date a 19-year-old in the first place? Let's talk about it. You're talking about Sophie.
No. Let's not get into their personal lives. Sorry, ma. Let's not get into their personal lives. We're dealing with what they release to the public. We are dealing with what they release to the public. Do you understand? We can't run away from that. And I will always say that Davido has done he has tried. As a man, I cannot judge him wrong. He has done everything he should as a man. And Davido's father has been more than a father. He has been a man of wisdom. So I disagree with you, Bongoli, when you say he was a third party. That man has done nothing but try to bring peace to this issue.
I didn't mean
let's stay out of their love, because whatever love is not important. The matter is what they brought to the public. That we have to deal with.
Dear, when I made that statement from the point of if we go to court based on what I submitted. This is the plaintiff versus rest. It is not plaintiff's family. If they say plaintiff's family, that's where maybe they will have looked at it. If they say plaintiff's family versus the other lady. But the other lady will say it's not plaintiff's family that I have child for. It's this person that I have child for. That is why I made that statement. Baba has been very good. Baba, we see everything that happens. Of course, yes.
Okay, let me ask you again another question. Davido was seeing his daughter all this while. Why is he not seeing the daughter now? Did you ask that question? You try to find out why.
All this while on social media?
No, it's like 2 years, I think they've been having this problem. Probably 2
years. We can't say. We don't know these people's personal lives.
Based on what she was saying.
Baba was in Milan 2 years before.
2 years.
Now he's in Houston. Tomorrow.
I swear to God, Bongoli, if Davido allow you to perform for a concert today, now I'm going to say Davido gets soft heart.
They go allow me. I don't do anything wrong.
Now I know say Davido gets soft heart. Oh no, if now me be David, I not going to allow you perform for me.
I don't get problem with that. I don't get problem with that. I don't get problem with that.
When you reach the concert, just record video for us. So.
I will record that. If it shows up, I will record that. I even get special remixes. I have special remixes for the song. For
me, honestly, Bogoli, I think they shouldn't have gone where they are right now, because there's family that was involved. The uncle is involved. The grandfather is involved. Before going to court, I think they should, talk to these people and see.
Sorry, and I play at the play. Over Bongoli playing, now play at the play.
No.
before some people start taking it. The Bongoli where they play with no vex. So
when you have a family case in court regarding children, the first thing they will try to do is get mediation. They will try to get mediation because this is family we're talking about. It's when people get too angry, upset, and then they can't think right and they start to bring the law in. But the law is never going to help you.
No, but my sister, they were, or my lady, they were managing the situation offline or off.
Where did he go wrong? Where did he go wrong?
It was the plaintiff that brought the case now and publicized it now.
Because he's not seeing his daughter.
But there was a way they were managing it. He should have never gotten to.
This is the longest time he has not seen the child. This is the longest time, and he's getting to him.
All right. Bongoli, before you turn this place upside down, you have tried. Bongoli, I hail you. You don't try. Before this place begin catch fire. Oh yeah, come and be going.
Yeah, we still get that conversation on agriculture and the what we call creation story.
Me and you know enter that conversation before.
And Daddy Freeze, remember creation story, Genesis 1 verse 1. Remember Daddy Freeze.
Just give me a hint of it.
This is what I said. I said that creation story, there is some command to creation story.
We know now. Everybody knows now.
So, I was talking about agriculture, photosynthesis, and how vegetation grew. So as the vegetation was growing and all of that, and then it created the sun and the moon were created.
We know. Baba, that one you are preaching to the choir. That one we know. All of us know that one. Anyway, Bongoli, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I've always appreciated you. We don't agree all the time, but doesn't mean I don't appreciate you. And we might see life from two different perspectives, but at the end of the day, we're still good friends. I was just joking, though, because people don't know say Bongoli na my guy. People begin to take and personal and say, Daddy Freeze, this one, no. Please, we are not quarreling, no. And I just jab am say, if na me be Davido, I no go allow you because I know say I go get to him. Now play. Because the next thing you sit on the blog that the Freeze promises, make God come do am, say make Davido come say make you no play. They me bad, they will say na me do am.
When I hear the song for am, he go love me by force.
So guys.
He dey put more money for my pocket. He dey promote me well.
So guys, please, let's not. In as much as we're analyzing the situation, let us be careful not to create toxicity around it.
Absolutely.
We all need to be very careful. The only reason why we're analyzing the situation is because everybody has analyzed it. All the bloggers, all the commentators. And if I don't say anything, then it will be like Daddy Freeze, you have taken sides. Do you understand? I have to talk about it because it is in the news. If it was a one day something passing in the news, I can choose to ignore it. I cannot choose to ignore something that is in the news 4 times a day. And I have to examine the situation very well. Sophie has every right to demand that her child is protected, especially a girl child. I agree to that 100%.
Yes, 100.
But if Davido has given 5 million for house or offered a house in Victoria Island, if he has paid school fees and even gave a car, I think David has done much more than I would even do in his shoes. And all these court we do this. Now human being they go court, no be chair. Here they go drag us go there. They go shout for our head. We will go back our house. The one way to our mind, now we go do.
Yeah. The plaintiff in this case, you can see how much he's making. He's shutting down shows everywhere.
It doesn't mean that he has. You see, you are using American sense. It doesn't mean that. Okay, let's imagine he made $1 million this week. He's now going to take. Maybe he has 5 children, so you now distribute the $1 million to $200,000. No, now. As long as the child has good food, I've said it. 250,000 naira to 500,000 naira a month for feeding. That's more than enough. Another 500,000 for clothing. 12 million naira a year for food and clothes.
If you are not 1% of the 1% to the best of my knowledge, respect me, sir, from a financial standpoint, too.
No.
You are not 1% of the 1%. 1% of the 1%. You are the one that preach this to us that is now. You talk about wristwatches. You talk about cars.
No, but it doesn't matter. Let me tell you something. Hold on. I remember when we were in court, and my ex said I have expensive wristwatches, and the lawyer said, "Yeah, you should be able to," because I said I not get money. The lawyer said you should be able to sell one of the wristwatches. You know what the judge said? The judge said, "Okay, so when he finishes selling all the wristwatches, how do we now pay the next school fees?"
Yeah.
Okay, it's not sustainable. The judge wanted to see sustainable income. How much do you make every month? Somebody pays you a certain amount of money every month. It's not like I sell my house. I now have 100 million in my account.
You see that you please now. If I want to do sustainable income, when I went bigger, you're attacking me. No, Allah. No, we meet in court. That will bring in court.
100% of their lifestyle. When you
we will meet in court. Don't worry, we'll meet in court. That's what I'm not
those kind of women. Don't pray you don't have a baby mama that will be on your neck that everything they want, you have to provide for them just because they have a child with you.
According to the law.
Kind of women.
According to the law. So long it's backed by law, you have to be careful as a man. And as a woman,
sometimes when we go according to the law, you end up even losing. Because some fathers will do more than the law will permit them to do. You understand? So sometimes just go with the flow.
And what did we say from the beginning? I said something from the very beginning. I said if Sophia is nice to David, he will go even more over and above and do more than he's even legally required to. That was something I said at the beginning.
Is the plaintiff also nice to the respondents? Let's go there.
Yes, you see, that's why I said at the end of the day, let love lead. But when it comes to money, Bongoli, do you know that there are people that have called me? Somebody called me one day and said, "Daddy Freeze, I'm hungry. I've been calling you since you are not picking my phone." I sent him 5K. Another person called me, "Daddy Freeze, I know you've already done a lot for me, but I'm very hungry. Is there a way I can come and take maybe leftover food from your house?"
Wow.
I sent him 50K.
See? All you need to how you politely.
I sent him 50K. You see, when you are telling me I've been calling you since, okay, so that you not go around and say I did not give you money when you called me. I gave you 5K. I want to hear what you want to say. But when you say, "Daddy Freeze, I don't even need money. If there's leftover food I can have from your house, please." I sent the guy 50K. So what I'm saying at the end of the day is, if na person they bring this money, Yoruba people say taban shawonle and bury. At least if we dey pick money for ground, we dey bend down now.
Please, this crypto blockchain was just made a very, very tribalistic comment.
What did he say?
I know why Bongoli is angry. Davido married from tribe E, H-A-T-E.
No, guys, don't do that. Don't bring tribalism here.
Any tribe. What does tribe have to do with this?
People, Bongoli,
Ignore. If you see the kind of insult they've insulted, they just ignore.
The respondent is not even Yoruba. The respondent is from Edo. Their last name.
Just you see, anything where we make, you see, sometimes I don't like holding this kind of topics because they will now go into a place where we did not want to go into. So anyway, Bongoli, God bless. I hope my sister is still here because now 5 minutes I say we go take, and we don't take nearly 1 hour of your time, Bongoli. Thank you. God bless. Where is Charlie? Charlie Poppy? They don't give her new name.
Please remove me, Daddy Freeze.
Hey, if I remove you, I won't be able to bring anybody else.
I'm trying to leave, but I can't leave. Okay. You don't hook.
You don't hook. At it down here, nobody can come again. Once you don't hook like that, it's over. Nobody can join us again. So, I think we can end here. And just my thoughts. Let love lead as always.
Absolutely.
Women, even if it is a man's responsibility to do certain things, if a man does it, appreciate him.
Yes.
David is a good guy. You understand? At least to an extent, he has tried. And now he just got married. Can we allow him to breathe?
Yeah.
I'm not taking sides. And of course, Sophie also needs to have her, what is it called? She needs to have her moments. You understand? But it literally is what it is. It literally is what it is. Let me bring one or two more people up to.
Where is Sarah?
I can't find her again. I can't find her. Sadly, I'll just bring one more person.
I just pray they sort this thing out of court.
Yes, that's what we hope for.
Let me say something before I go.
Okay, say something.
Another side when it comes to women's emotions, when she's talking about him trying to sleep with her and everything, there's the thing about disrespect when it comes to women. And we don't know what he might have said to her when it comes to love, and you don't know how she's reacting to the fact that he just got married. So there are a lot of things we don't know, and we're just speculating. The anger she's bringing up might be from the God that will know exactly what's going on. Do you understand? If you look at it from her point of view, it might be that she's hurting as well.
Emotions are in.
Emotions are in it.
If I was Sophia, I would not have mentioned that sleeping sound.
No, but like they said, when you go to court and when it comes to divorce, people bring out the guns to destroy the other person.
Yeah, but
she might have regretted
forcing you to sleep with you. It's your choice. So I don't think she should have just brought that to the social media, especially he just got married. That doesn't sit well with me.
What? Are you sure he didn't tell her that I love you too?
Yeah, but she knows.
We're talking about love here.
Married now, but even mentioning like, oh, I don't feel my daughter is safe around there, blah blah blah, about the late child. I think that was too extreme for her to go to.
You might think it's extreme, but when we're hurt and we're reacting, sometimes we don't think.
Yeah, but you have to understand, when it comes to children and somebody losing a child, they don't heal. Even if you say 30 years, people don't heal from that kind of pain.
Let's just Brandy Garuba on light. I don't like it when there's darkness. It doesn't give us good optics.
Brandy, I'm coming.
Daddy, please, may I have to go? I've not been feeling too well.
Oh yeah, bele.
Sorry.
Go and get some rest. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Bongo. What's her name? Brandy. Let's hear you. What are your thoughts?
But this issue is a very delicate one, and
absolutely.
The whole thing is messy. I'm not taking any side. You understand? But I think they should take this drama out of social media because it's going to get worse. For the sake of Imade, you understand? They should take it off. Let the both family come together and just settle this out of court because of the.
But let me ask you a question: what is there really to settle out of court? As long as he's paying the bills, he has done what he's supposed to do. What else? Okay, she should let him see the child, and they should agree on the terms.
Why are we all concluding that he has done everything he's supposed to do?
What is he supposed to do as a father? Please enlighten us.
Yes, as a father, you have to be there for your child.
Okay.
You have to support.
Okay.
You guys must not be a best friend, because he has a wife already. He has another family already. You understand? Just because of this, of Imade's sake, just try to walk along, with this lady, with your ex, and just so that the girl will be just fine, All this trauma, this drama, I don't think is needed. You understand? I just feel that they can come to a conclusion because they are two adults. You understand? Without bringing this whole matter out, you understand?
It's too late for
But
us.
if Davido actually served Sophia court paper, I think number one, it just wake the tiger. You know, he wake the tiger from the where he's sleeping. You understand me? And I think she's still trying to get over Davido and doing all those stuff. I think it just complicating a lot of things. You understand? But for my own opinion, when it comes to
Your voice is coming and going. Battery don't die. Battery don't die. Mm-hmm. Sorry guys, my battery kukuma died. I tried all my possible best to make sure the battery didn't die. Sorry, the battery died. See, it's dead. See, it's not even coming on, as in dead totally. See, oh wow, it's finally coming on. Just watch. If he's a lawyer, let me bring a lawyer. Let's even have yo Captain Mo. Let me bring Ify. Hey. I don't want to add as a moderator. I want to bring her live. Go live with Ify. Ify, yo. Captain Mo. Now, human being you be. Abdul Shali is back. I sent her a DM. Happy weekend, Ify. Yeah, so yes, I needed to bring you back because everybody loved what you were saying, but then for one reason or the other,
it was
we lost
my
you.
network. I would. Is the lawyer lady? Is she coming up?
I was hoping she would, and I've sent her a request. But Ify, where are you?
Yeah, that would be good because she can give us some insights, from a legal perspective.
Yeah, the mic is for the other phone, so it's dead. It won't work on this phone, so my voice might not be as clear. The mic only works with the iPhone 11. We have a lawyer in the house. I just needed to bring her live now.
Yeah, please do. I think
Should I bring Brandy? Guys, should I bring Brandy Garuba while we're waiting for the lawyer?
Let her come up.
Pretty lady. Yes, I agree. Where is the lawyer? We need a lawyer. We need a lawyer in the house. Where is Mary Yoon? That's another lawyer. Let me call Mary. I just sent Ify a request, and Ify refused to answer me. She now ran away.
Maybe she's not in a place she could.
Mary Yoon, come to my live. What are you doing? I need a lawyer's perspective. Should you are following this Davido matter? Yes. Yes, I just wanted us to explain legally what child custody is and what does it have to do with a man. You understand? Somebody said, I'm on my way to Alaba Market to buy another iPhone battery for you. All right, so Mabo, see me talking Yoruba to an Igbo woman. Yeah. Yeah. So while we're waiting, let's just bring Brandy for some entertainment, and then if he's here, actually one lawyer is here, so we'll just bring the second lawyer. We know we have 2 lawyers in the house.
That's great. I would like to hear their take on it. Hello.
Hi, Daddy Freeze.
Hey, Ify baby. How you doing?
I'm fine. I was on the phone, so I didn't catch you. I was just on the phone, so I wanted to get back to.
Okay. I wanted us to talk about child custody. What does it take for a man to say he has taken care of a child that he's not married to the child's mom legally? Because Bongoli was here quoting the law that he did not read. Bongoli, when no be lawyer, they tell us law. And I try to tell us, Baba, I have been through divorce cases and child custody battles, so I might not know too much, but I know some things. So go ahead, let's hear you.
Okay, Daddy. So your question is, I think you kind of broke. You broke off for quite a bit there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So I was like,
I didn't get all the questions.
Okay, I was like, Davido, according to the reports, allegedly was given $5 million a year for rent, and he was paying school fees and sent a car, if I remember clearly. Legally, has he not done enough?
Okay, so the way this is decided in law, that the freeze would be dependent on each individual case. So first of all, I want to state that yes, being a family lawyer in Canada, when I was in Nigeria, I didn't practice family law, but today I'll basically be talking based on my experience as a family lawyer in Canada. And I want everyone to remember, just have it at the back of your head, that it's the jurisdiction of where this matter was filed that would, be like the law of that jurisdiction would be what would be in effect when you get to court. So basically, the matter was filed in Nigeria. It would be Nigerian family law that would take precedence over any other thing that we say here or elsewhere, or any other hot takes that, we give on this matter. So first thing I want to say is, when it comes to custody battles, what the judge would consider primarily would be what's in the best interest of the child. So whether we want to, trade sentiments, want to trade blames, we want to say this person is not able to take care of a child, the other person is able to take care of a child, the court will consider what's in the best interest of a child. I also would like to state that it would be very hard now again, I'm talking from my experience as a family lawyer in Canada, it would be very hard for the court to deny the father of a child some parenting time, what we used to call access to the child. It doesn't matter.
Visitation, right?
Exactly. Even if the father is mad, except you prove that he's going to in some way endanger that child. Not merely using things like accidents. There's a possibility, but you have to show clear proof that he's not able to take care of of that child. In Davido's case, he has 2 other children from trauma. He has, I think, 4 other children, and they have, I'm sure they all have access to him, and they haven't drowned yet. So using that, it's kind of below, using that is kind of low, and you have to go beyond that to prove that he's going to be a danger to the child. Moving forward to the amount that he's paying towards Sophia's rent, I also want to state that, first of all, it's not Davido's duty to pay Sophia's rent, but it is his duty to provide for his child. So we need to be clear on that. So now, this is how it is determined by the court. You pay child support that is proportionate to your income. The court also would put into perspective how many other children you have to support. So let's say, for instance, Davido makes $1 billion in 2023, and then you go by his income of 2023. He would pay child support according to that income and the number of children that he has to support. In this case, being 6 children. So it's not just Sophia, it's all it's all these other children that he has to pay child support for. I know there's that temptation from that Nigerian perspective to say, he's giving 5 million. It's not his duty to pay Sophia's rent, but it's his duty to support his child, Imade. And he said he wanted to buy her a house. I don't know what the details of that is, but I think he was going to buy the house in Imade's name that would stop him from paying rent. That should have been something that Sophia would have accepted. I don't know why she's not accepting. I don't have all the facts. I don't have all the details. So basically, I can't say why she did not accept. So if you decline a house that would have stopped you from paying rent, and he still goes ahead to give you some money for, because really, I don't know. There's just a lot. There's just a lot there. You can say that he's done well or he's not done well. I don't know, but I don't think that, honestly, this is my honest opinion, I don't think that custody or access is the main issue here. I don't honestly think it's the issue here. I think maybe it has something to do with money.
It is everything is centered around money. That's my
I don't think custody or access. Yeah.
It is centered around money. The thing is, Sophia has her expectations, and Davido does not want to meet those expectations. It does not mean that he cannot afford her expectations. But if Davido is giving 5 million naira a year for his daughter, one child, housing allowance, what we'll ask ourselves is, can 5 million naira rent a decent house? And if the answer is yes, which I want to believe, come on, I lived in Nigeria for a very long time, and I can tell you that 5 million naira is enough money to rent a decent house anywhere in Nigeria.
But then again,
can Davido do more than that? Yes, he can, but he's not obligated to. If he says this is what he wants to do,
I love Sally.
This is what he can do. This is what this is where his power reach. Then they should go to court and go and fight. Let Sophie prove to the court that he can, and then he will also come with his own proofs that this is what he can give, because he has several other responsibilities. He has other children, just like you mentioned. He has a wife. He has, he has a team. He pays salaries. There are so many things involved. You don't expect him, because he's earning, let's say, just like you said, he's earning 1 billion a month, to carry 400 million and give Imadi. Would that be fair?
Can I just butt in? The truth is that the freeze, we can't put square pegs in round holes and expect it, to fit. The truth is, can Imade live in a place that 5 million naira can rent? What's the lifestyle that she's accustomed to? She's Davido's child. So we have to put this at the back of our minds when, okay, again, we have to understand that family law, I'm Davido's fan, but the truth is the truth. Family law is still, I would say, in the infancy stage in Nigeria. Women don't have rights, kids don't have a lot of rights in Nigeria.
So they have in Lagos, so children have rights. So
if it was in Canada, Davido would be scrambling to settle this matter out of court.
Now, let me tackle you on that. Doesn't make Canada right. Coming.
Okay.
Canada is borderline wicked, and America and Europe to men.
Let me say something. Now, these laws were predicated upon the fact that it's the right of a child to be supported by the parents.
Yes.
Making a baby is a costly decision, whether you decided to make it or not. Once you have a baby, you have to take care of that child. That's one. Secondly, when it comes to custody laws, it's just that in Nigeria, that the balance of power most times it's in favor of the men. Men earn more, so they would have to be. Sorry, it's not in favor of the men; it's in favor of the women if it was actually enforced, because men earn more, and then they will be the ones to pay child support. I have friends who are women who pay child support in Canada. So child support is not really. It's not a male or gender law. It's just a law that says if you make children,
and that was exactly how I started. You were not here.
100%. That's how Sally started.
Right? I had this kind of issues. It came up. Mind you, I said I was married to my ex. I did not have, my kids outside of wedlock. I wasn't a baby mama. It was a divorce. Mm-hmm. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. We had to sit down to settle our differences out of court, with a lot of compromise and what have you.
Exactly.
But you have to also understand that the child is not Davido's child alone. He's also Sophie's. She's also Sophia's daughter, and there's nothing wrong with Sophia contributing towards the upkeep and maintenance of her child.
Oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with I'm not even Sophia's fan. I'm just stating the law as I know it, right? This is what's going to happen when we eventually, there were things that she said that I don't necessarily support. But again, there are things that we neglect. If I'm the full-time caregiver of the child and the other parent has to pay child support, you would not think that because you are paying child support that I'm not contributing to the well-being of that child. I'm obviously contributing to the well-being of that child, because it's hard, to take care of a child, to be there, to be the primary decision maker, to be the primary caregiver for the child.
I think that's why he's requesting for joint custody, right?
Yeah, just let me
I think that's why he's requesting for joint custody, so that these responsibilities can be shared, so that he can also do those things for his daughter.
Just let me finish. I'm going to come to that. So again, I tell my clients when they come to me, there's no best, you don't get any best deal in family law. You just take what you can get and and move ahead. There's no winner or loser when it comes to family law, because ultimately the kids are the ones who would lose. So you just take the best deal, co-parent in peace and for the best interest of the child, and you move ahead. Now, regarding co-parenting, what Davido is asking for is perfectly okay. And like I mentioned earlier, I said that Sophia would need more proof to show that Davido is a bad father and cannot have the child with him for her to succeed. Right? I'm just stating the law. Like, I like Davido, but I have to be as objective as possible, because at the end of the day, you would have to prove that he's a terrible father. Imade has come to some harm in his care before a judge would grant an order, saying you cannot have your child. And if Davido is asking for joint custody, I believe he's going to hire the best legal team. They're going to come up with a parenting plan.
Can I ask you one question? Sorry,
Yes.
let me just ask you this question. If Davido was doing what Sophia is expecting him to do in that capacity, right? Do you think custody is going to be an issue between them?
Honestly, in my experience, people have custody issues for any number of reasons. There's no rhyme or reason, or there's no method to why people have custody issues. People can have custody issues just for personal things that are not even related to the kids. People have custody matters or custody issues for logical and non-logical things. But that's why when the law is involved, when you bring it to the court, we now have to be objective, isolate, the sentiment, and just look at the matter, objectively, and decide what's in the best interest of the child. Because at the end of the day, Sophia is saying, Davido wants access to her body. He's refusing to take care of the child. He's not going to be a good father. She's lowballing by using the death of his deceased son. As a defense.
Yeah, it is petty. It is very low, and it's very wrong for us to have done that. But
exactly.
Legally, it's not a crime.
Yes, I agree that it's not a crime. Because now she's going to be posturing it like I have concerns, right? Like I have concerns, legitimate concerns about the safety of my child. But it just doesn't stop there. You would have to go a step further to show the court why you have these concerns, because that's why you have to show the court proof of why you have the concerns. If it's an ongoing concern, accidents happen, right? Anybody can be in an accident. You can be the best parent and your child will still, have an accident. You can be the best driver, and because another driver on the road neglected to do what they were supposed to do, you come to some harm. So at the end of the day, merely making that allegation, it might just be, honestly, in my head, I think Davido gets good lawyers.
All these concerns, all this, this one, that one, all of those things, put together. The truth is, if today Davido was paying Sophie 50 million naira every month,
exactly, we would not be here
for upkeep, she would overlook all of these things, all of these.
I believe it.
She would definitely overlook them.
I believe it, or if they were in some sort of relationship, and honestly, I don't know. So let me refrain.
There's a bitterness. There's a bitterness between them. My whole confusion in this.
Where are you now? They look for you.
I don't know whose action.
No, I can't.
I don't know whose action.
You did not send any request. You're just trying to do your way.
There was a reaction. Something.
No, but it's not even necessary.
Someone along the line must have
are you back there?
Must have done something that the other person reacted to.
Okay, are you there
From
now?
my perspective as a lawyer,
just say hi.
We don't necessarily bother ourselves with We don't necessarily. No, I don't want to eat. Yeah, thank you. I thought it was you. Thank you. My cousin is offering me food. Daddy Fish, you know my cousin that you saw me with that day in Lagos?
Yes.
He's in Canada now.
Ah.
Come on, say hi to Daddy Fish.
You were able to bring him over. You brought him over.
Daddy Fish, you muted yourself. We can't hear you.
Sorry, you were able to bring him over.
Oh, yeah.
How long have you been planning that for?
Yeah, for a while now.
So it's not a new. It's not like between then and now. You don't enter Canada
No,
now.
It was way before then. We had to go to court. I had to take the government of Canada to court. So it kind of delayed, but thank God we won and we're here.
Oh wow! Congrats, brother.
We're so happy. He came a month ago. So like back to it. I totally believe what you're saying. For me, like I mentioned it when I started, I think it's about money. I think the issues that we're seeing, it's more about money. And then we see it every time. If you ask any family lawyer, they're going to tell you that the reasons why we get to a custody battle are beside the custody issues themselves for the most part. People come there motivated by,
Money, always money.
Yeah, by money, by anger, by deep-seated hate. There's just a lot of things that go wrong in a couple's relationship. And at the end of the day, one person feels like they have to exact, a pound of flesh from the other person. And that's
So you said, did it prevent her from video calls? How can you have your child? You are in Lagos and your child is in Lagos and you are doing video call.
Exactly.
I don't know. I think that's a bit off. My thoughts.
So Davido, access is not just video call. Now correct me if I'm wrong. If Sophia is not letting Davido, because she says, I think I kind of read somewhere where she says I've never stopped Davido from seeing Imade, that he just refuses to see Imade. Again, for Davido to be asking for joint custody means he's considering her. That's one. Two, it means he's not able to have the quality. And if you watch from social media videos and pictures, you would see that he has a really good relationship with Imade. Imade loves her dad. Her dad loves her. You cannot isolate a parent from the child or a child from the parent. The child has the right to, have both parents in their life. So you cannot say, because I'm angry with your father, then I have to, keep you away from him. That's not how it works. There are two people who have that child, and both parents deserve to be in the child's life. So for Davido to be asking for joint custody, it means he's actually considerate of Sophia and the fact that she's the mother of Imade. But for her to go ahead, I can understand if she's saying she has concerns. It's not even a big deal, honestly. It's for Davido's lawyer to come up with a concrete plan and say, this is how my client intends to parent Imade. You come up with a plan and say, this is what I'm putting in place for her safety. And I don't know what the family law in Nigeria is, but once you have joint custody, he's no longer obligated to pay her support. I hope she understands that. So that might be a reason why she's
That's why I'm saying
running away from.
It is the expectations that she has from him that is causing all of these issues. And like I said earlier, right? I think it's only the court that can determine what he should do or what he shouldn't do. Do you understand?
What he can do, not what he can do. Yeah.
All right, we have another lawyer in the house. Let us hear.
Do you understand?
Let us hear the other lawyer. Guys, meet Mary UN. Mary. I want it Brazilian.
So I'm driving since I'm trying to get home. But I'm not really following the story for Davido and Sophia, but
there's no space.
I don't know what the issue is, if they're trying to have a joint custody or so.
If it rains, put it on the rail, but if it doesn't,
I
leave it outside.
I personally think, and based on how the law works, the child being in her formative years needs to be with the mother, right? And the mother can decide if she feels like an environment is not safe for the child. She can decide that, oh, my daughter cannot, or my son cannot be in this environment because I feel she's not safe here, or it's not conducive. So if I don't know what she's fighting for. Is she fighting for a sole custody? I don't know what she's fighting for. Maybe because of the environment, or I don't know, maybe because of the situation of Davido. Maybe he has a lot of men around him or whatever. So maybe she feels that she shouldn't leave, the child shouldn't live with the father. I don't know what she's fighting for.
But joint custody doesn't mean that the child is going to live with the father, right? I think
well, there are different terms to explain it. There's joint custody. Now in Canada, shared parenting. So shared parenting means that one parent has the child at least 60% of the time, and the other parent has at least 40% of the time. That way, they have shared parenting. Joint custody could be you both have custody of the child, but maybe one person has more time with the child. But when you talk about shared parenting, it's definitely, almost an equal kind of arrangement.
Where the two parents actually. But yeah, I think Davido can prepare like a situation. He can provide a situation whereby maybe there's a house properly paid for. And I mean, the wife can, Sophia can make her demands. Okay, this is what will be okay for Imade, maybe in terms of housing, school, feeding, monthly allowance, and they can agree on the what can be paid or should be paid. And I don't think it's supposed to be a big deal unless there's something else she's asking for that cannot be met. But joint custody is not a big deal. It means that two of you have the opportunity to spend time with this child and also have issues in the child's life. Yes,
I should be.
So David asking for joint custody is not out of place.
Too, can actually work in this case. So they can have, full custody, and Davido can have, visitation rights, with unfettered access, communication, they can, it's something that is workable,
Yeah, that could work if that's what Davido wants.
If that's what Davido wants. But I don't
that could work if that's what he wants.
Yeah, he might most likely want a situation whereby not just unfettered access, but a situation whereby he can take his entire kids on vacation and they can probably meet up and have like bonding time. Doesn't have to even be within Nigeria. So I'm guessing that might be other reasons why she's probably kicking, and I don't know why, but but I don't think there's anything wrong with her.
Yeah, but
once there is bitterness between two parents that are separating, once there is bitterness, it is always difficult to come to a compromise. It is always difficult to come to a compromise, and that's because there's grudges either on his side or on her side or both of their sides, and suddenly it becomes a battle, a competition, and nobody is trying to compromise for the other person. I feel like it is something that they can work out together if they put their differences aside. It is because they have differences. That's what I believe is the reason why they are not able to reach a compromise. And we have good communication as well.
I want to say something. Jude, we no go better for your papa. Daddy Freeze, I'm embarrassed at the disrespectful way you don't pay attention to the panel. So disrespectful. Them raise you well. You know your papa. If your mother's boyfriend, son of a mother's boyfriend, will rebuke you. If your mother's boyfriend raised you well, you would know that you should not come to my live and type on this. 2 phones have already died. This is dead. The TikTok phone too is dead. I'm trying to coordinate to make sure the YouTube phone is charging while we're on, because we've been on for 3 straight hours. If your mother raised you well, I doubt if you have a mother, because you don't look like someone that was raised anywhere except a pigsty. You will not come to my live and type with your leprosy fingers or what you did like this, and you are typing, and your mind, you are making sense. You know, go better for your mama boyfriend. If I ever see you for my life again, wait till I go tell you, no go like yourself. I even go the guy page, see as the guy dressed like Bob the Builder.
Yes.
Olorun, smello, dirty guy. Never come my life again, no. I don't warn you. Very stupid.
I think we lost the other woman.
Yes,
the
now.
other lady. Yeah.
How
So at
dare
the
you
end
come
of
to
the
my
day,
life and say very disrespectful? Are you paying me a subscription to be here? How do you think I was able to get these two lawyers? You know, it's easy to bring Canada lawyers that went to school in Nigeria. If you not get sense, not come this. I don't know you before. I don't know your papa. I don't know your mama. I don't know your mama boyfriend. Not come here again. I don't beg you.
Yeah, so that is, I was going to say that Sophia needs to know this, Davido needs to know this, that at the end of the day, what matters is Imade, not the leftover residual feelings of bitterness or anger or whatever. I'm not going to say for certain what it is, but I'm just going to say that at the end of the day, they need to get their priorities right, which is Imade. Imade is what matters in this custody issue, not Sophia, not even Davido. It's Imade. It's what's in the best interest of Imade that the court would order. So they need to understand that if Davido is not, I don't think he's saying he doesn't want to be in his child's life. He's not saying he doesn't want to support his child, but I think he's saying we have to come to an agreement on how to be in Imade's life. And Sophia is, she's bringing all these other side attractions which don't necessarily matter. What matters at the end of the day is Imade's well-being, her upkeep. Are these things met? If they are met, exactly, and she has the right for Davido to be in her life. She has the right for Sophia to be in her life. That's the best thing both of them can do for her.
Please, they say that Jude still dey here. Jude, I don't tell you say no go better for you. Type make I see you so I go feel rapture you. Type now. I dey look the comment section now because of you. Type weary. Badly brought up. Ileribu, Eranku, Bobuko. I won't make it type, make I rapture am. As in, Daddy Freeze, pay attention to your panel. Sorry, you can't say this. You can't, as in, I feel like entering the phone to go and look for him. Make I conking head will be like helmet. You see as this guy was Abba. Scarecrows ain't got nothing on you, bro. You are born with a degree in security. You should be a bodyguard. He doesn't love me. Foolish people don't love me. If they're born you a type, because I they look the screen now, type, make I rapture you. You don't go. So anyway, guys, thank you so much, Mary. I'm so sorry I took you off your driving, and Ify, I'm so sorry I took you away from what you were doing. I personally would continue to say what I've always said from the beginning. I think David has tried, and he deserves to be appreciated. I'm not against Sophie or against what she would have wanted or what she might have decided to want. It's all okay. It's all nice and dandy. But if somebody gave you a car, I saw something like the car don't buy on arrival. That to me was a bit funny. And then telling his dad that he should give you 2 months notice. Especially the way he was put in, to me, is a bit funny. And then if you want to live in a 20 million naira house, nobody's going to stop you. But all I have to the 20 million naira house is 3 million naira. You will collect them like that. So, and somebody always said a wife in the house is always different from. I'm not saying it's wrong to have kids without getting married. I'm not one of those people that judge people like that. But I'm also very careful to. There is a benefit to being a Mrs. You understand? Legally and in every other framework. So let's be careful, how we show up. And our men in Nigeria, men don't suffer. Men don't suffer. But at the end of the day, we love you all. My love to all the parties. My lovely Canadian lawyers. God bless you.
Bye, Daddy.
Mary, I will call you later. I don't get power to talk again. I know they talk for 3 hours.
Bye, Daddy.
No problem, sir. Take care. Bye.
Bye.